Hey everyone, it's James from FunFoods, and today I'm going to show you how to make these Oreo burritos. Now these are absolutely amazing, so keep watching and I'll show you step by step how to make these. I recently came across a video on my subscription feed on YouTube by Healthy Junk Food, JP and Julia. I know them well. They made an Oreo taco, which was amazing. And if you haven't seen that video, go check it out. I'll put a link in the description below to it so you can check it out. Now, I've been wanting to make an Oreo burrito for a while, and I was trying to wrap my head around how I was going to do it. And I originally thought I'd make like a giant pancake and roll it up, but after watching their video, they did the pancake thing and it didn't work out too well. So I said, I'm gonna make chocolate crepes and use that as my tortilla shell. So that's what we're gonna try now, and that's what we're gonna do, so keep watching. Now, one of the first things we're gonna do is we're gonna make the filling first. We're gonna get everything made and prepared. That way when our crepes are done, it can be nice and warm and we can roll them up with all of our stuff ready to go to put inside of them. So we're gonna start off with the filling first, and to do that, I just have a medium bowl here, and I'm gonna put in 1/4 of a cup of shortening, vegetable shortening. We're also going to add about 1/2 stick, which is 1/4 of a cup of butter that's softened at room temperature. We just want to cream this together until it's all one consistent color. All right, so now we're going to put in some powdered sugar, and you can sift this to make sure it's nice and no lumps and stuff, but I just figured by beating it, it'll take most of the lumps out. And it doesn't matter if there's some lumps in there. Now I'm gonna put in about 1/2 cup at a time as we mix this up. After the first cup, then we're gonna add about 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract and 1 tablespoon of milk. And don't forget to scrape down the sides just to make sure we're getting everything mixed in good. Go back to our powdered sugar again. And let's see how this tastes and see how close we got to the filling of an Oreo. A little more sugar. Now just take this, set this aside, because we are gonna have it all ready for when our crepes are done. For the next step, I'm just gonna get some Oreo cookies. I'm using regular ones here. You could use double stuff, it doesn't matter, but I really want the crumbs more than anything else. So we're gonna grab some Oreo cookies and put it into a big plastic bag. How many you use is up to you, but I do suggest using quite a bit. Let's go with, let's see, there's 5. Let's go with about 8 cookies or so. Let most of the air out, zip it up, and we're gonna crush these. Now our Oreo crumbs are all ready. Since I've decided on chocolate crepes, we need to make those first, or at least the batter first. And what we need to do is start with a large bowl, and I have a sift here. We're gonna sift the flour. We're gonna start with 3/4 cup of flour and 1/4 cup of dark chocolate cocoa, dash of salt, and just sift this in this bowl because we don't want any big lumps. And you can just use your whisk, smash down any lumps that remain. Now just whisk all these ingredients together. Take this, we're gonna set this aside just for a moment. Bring in another bowl, a smaller one, and we just wanna crack 2 eggs. Make sure the eggs are at room temperature. Whisk these eggs up a little. Now we want to add in 1 1/4 cup of milk. I'm using whole milk. Make sure your eggs and milk are mixed together well. Now we're going to come back to our dry ingredients here, and we're going to slowly add in the wet to the dry. Only a little bit at a time. And whisk that up. And last, you want to melt 2 tablespoons of butter and mix that in. And your batter should be nice and thin, almost like a chocolate sauce. Now we're going to take this, we're going to put it in the refrigerator for about an hour just to let it sit and rest before we cook them up. So I've let the batter rest in the refrigerator for about an hour. Now what I've done is I put a pan on the stove here and I'm heating it up over medium-high heat. We're going to brush a little bit of butter on here. We don't want very much, that's why we're going to brush it on there. A very little bit, just enough. Spread it around. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put about 1/4 cup of the batter in here and just move it around until it fills up the whole thing. A really nice thin layer. Now how much you put in yours depends on the size of your pan. This I think is going to be about 1/4 cup. We're going to see. Put it in there and you can just move your pan around. If you have one of those tools, you could use one of those tools to do this. Might need a little bit more. You want to carefully try to work at the sides. Only about 30 seconds on each side. Not bad for our first one. Let's plop that on a plate. It's not the best one, but it's the first one, so. So now I've let my crepes cool down a little bit and they are perfect. I'm gonna use one at a time and we're gonna wrap this up like a burrito. So just one thing to be careful about, don't put too much filling in the inside. If you do, it'll be hard to wrap up. So you really wanna just concentrate on the middle part and put your filling. The first thing we're gonna do, take our filling we made. This is the white filling. And I'm gonna spread some in the middle here. Next, we're going to take our crushed Oreos, just some of them, sprinkle them in here. That one's probably a little too big. And all this is optional, but we're going to take a little bit of chocolate sauce and drizzle a little in here. So far it's looking pretty good, but one thing that will really take it over the top, I made an Oreo ice cream. Now you can check this Oreo ice cream out on my ice cream dessert recipes. That comes out every Thursday and you will love this Oreo ice cream. Check it out, that's what it looks like. We're gonna take probably 2 scoops, but make sure they're small scoops. And you might wanna let the ice cream sit out a little bit first because we need to roll this up. So let's put a scoop here. Another scoop there. Maybe some whipped cream. More chocolate drizzle, just because. And a few more crushed Oreos. Let's take a picture of this before we roll it up because it looks too good. All right, now the fun part. Let's try to roll this up and keep it looking nice and good. So I'm just gonna take one piece here, push it in, try to push in that ice cream. That's why I said don't put a lot of ice cream in there. Fold in one side, the other side. And let's try to roll this up. There we go. That is our Oreo burrito, and I cannot wait to try this out. Now we're just gonna cut one of these open just so you can see what it looks like inside. Look at that. Pretty amazing, isn't it? Now it's time for the taste test. I'm gonna dig into our Oreo burrito, and this looks amazing. It's starting to melt a little bit because I had to take some pictures first, but it'll still be great, I'm sure. Here we go. Oh, this is incredible. Oreo overload. There's no such thing, right? Well, thanks everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching me make these Oreo burritos. Now, these were absolutely amazing. They're incredible. I hope you get a chance to make it for yourself. And if you do, please share with me on any of my social media at FunFoodsYT. Also, check out some of the videos I have off to the side. And until then, I'll see you next time. And, well, you already know that. Me on any of social media. Well, thanks everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching. Absolutely amazing. I said that many times. So we're going to start off with the crepe, and your butter should be, start over the whole thing.